Hi, I'm Heather from Year On Booktubes, and on April 14th is my 1-year anniversary on Booktube. That is the day that I published my very first video, and it was, of course, the Booktube newbie tag. I am so happy about hitting my 1-year anniversary. When I started my channel, I told myself that I was going to give it a year, no matter what my results were, no matter how many subscribers I got, or views, or comments, or friends made, or any of the things. I really wanted to make content for at least a year. First couple months, that's pretty much what was motivating me. I wasn't getting a lot of feedback. I wasn't getting a lot of results, if you will. I got some, but for the most part, it was my belief that this is the beginning and you have to get past the beginning and being a beginner in order to enjoy it. That really helped me to keep going because nobody knew that existed. This is my 157th video, if my mathing is correct, which it probably is, but it's not a for sure thing. But 157 videos in 365 days. I'm pretty proud about that. I'm not going to lie to you. 69 of those I would call highly searchable content lists, recommendation lists. That's more than one per week. So I think that that's a really great number also. That has kind of been my whole strategy for BookTube is, one, I am a mood reader. This is something that if you're familiar with my content, you know. And so when I am searching for a book to read or I'm in a certain mood and just can't pick up a random book off my list, I really want this trope or setup or feeling, then I do searches. And I don't always get great results for those searches. And so my content strategy has very much been to make videos where people with similar tastes to me can actually find me. And for the most part, that's been really successful. And I love making them. Part of why I think that I am still enjoying my content creation so much is that I make the videos that I want to watch. I make the videos that I want to make. I read the books that I want to read. I do not make videos of me hate reading. I don't read for the views. I can't. I just cannot do it. Sometimes I do take suggestions and I try out videos that maybe I wouldn't personally click on just seeing on somebody else's channel unless there was a specific reason why I would click on it. And that's been good too, but for the most part, I try to make videos that I would click on if somebody else is making them because they are what interests me, and because that's what interests me, hopefully I am attracting viewers who are also interested in those things and who will continue to watch the content that I want to make because we have overlapping enough tastes to have a mutual beneficial relationship in that way. So since I first started, everything has become easier, which is hardly surprising and definitely what I expected. But at the same time, filming has become a lot easier. I don't have to edit out so many pauses and deep breaths and mistakes even. A lot of my editing has gone down because there's a better flow of my conversation because I don't have to think so hard about every little thing. I enjoy listening to people speak quickly and I enjoy speaking quickly, but obviously when you're thinking, it slows down. And a lot of times I would find that I was slowing down and that I would keep the flow of conversation going, but it would be slowed down. So instead of just having a pause that I could edit out the whole pause, it was like little mini pauses between every word that weren't quick enough to edit out. And so it was just this big long section of slowed down speaking, which drives me insane. But that's one of those things that I just gave myself grace for and acknowledged, okay, in editing, maybe when you're filming, if you need to get your thoughts together, maybe stop speaking and then edit out gathering your thoughts so that your sentence flows really well. Sometimes I still catch myself doing this when I'm editing. I'm like, this part's so slowy. But for the most part, it has gotten significantly better. Editing is much quicker because I don't have to figure out what I'm trying to do. I definitely have a process, So I edit through my video one time. I am still editing on my phone. I edit through one time, I take out all of the big mistakes. And then on the second time through, I add in all of my book cover pictures, any text I'm adding, any voiceovers, although that's rare. Anything like that goes in on the second edit through, and all of the tiny little hems and haws, and you know, I don't like how I worded this, so I'm just gonna take it out. Those things tend to happen on the second time through. And then that's it. I don't watch my video again after that, and I think that has really helped to keep from self-loathing, because I think that some people do really struggle with that as they edit themselves, and only going through it twice has been helpful for me. Also, the fact that I did start when I was already 29 and have kind of dealt with a lot of my own issues before going on the internet, a lot of that has helped as well. So I am still actively using Post-its in my planner. I love this method. I cannot recommend it enough. If you have videos planned, put them on your Post-it notes, and then if it doesn't go up that day, or if you scrap it, or you have to move around, your planner isn't all scratched out and messed up, you just take off the Post-it note and you replace it. I will insert a clip showing my content planner once again. I know some of you really enjoy seeing it. And I typically like to have my videos planned out for about 3 months. So that means that I have Post-its on 3 months worth of my planner.
Okay, so here is April's spread, if you will. You can tell that I have them marked if they're already done. I have been changing my general kind of keep track of how many of what type of videos I'm making, color coordinated system. So there's that. And as you can see, if I decide that this is going somewhere else, I literally just take it off and move it, and it works fantastically. Here are the months previously: January's, February's, and March, where I did my first live. So my lives, as you can see, they don't have the circle and the little sticker in the corner as my videos do. So that's an obvious difference for them. And then you can see I do have videos planned for all of May. All of June. And most of July. Since we are currently in the middle of April, I do have a solid 3 months worth of content planned out. August is not planned. September is not planned. October, same story. November, same story. And then for December, I actually do have several things already planned because I know it will be my end of the year wrap up stuff. So there you go. So sometime before or in June or July, I will block all of this up. At this point, I have both of these filmed already. Obviously, this clip is going in this one. And then I do not have the notes for these, so I have to get those done. And that's where I'm at.
This has worked really well with my constant trope and subgenre and theme recommendations. And I try to have at least, hopefully more, but at least 1 week's worth of video notes ahead of time. So for instance, right after this, I am filming Billionaire Recommendations, which you will have already seen. And that for me has to go up tomorrow because I'm filming on a Monday when normally I film on Sundays. And this has been a huge part of me being consistent, I think, is that I batch film at the same time every single week. If there's some sort of conflict where I can't do it that day, I either do it before or after, but I know, okay, my normal time, there's a conflict, I have to make that up somewhere. And this has been huge because I simply would not have the time to film 3 different times in a week and edit it and upload it. I wouldn't be able to do it. It would be impossible. And so I would either have to cut down to 1 or 2 videos a week, or I would have to figure something else out. But filming it 3 back to back every single week at the exact same time and place and all of the things has really just worked well with my routine. And it has been okay, maybe I don't feel like filming, but it's Sunday afternoon, gotta go film. And that's just been really super helpful, especially for somebody who honestly is not that great at consistency. I procrastinate and I'm not really great. I tend to batch things up, but always knowing when this batch is going to happen, that has really, really, really helped me so much. It wouldn't be happening without it. So anyways, right after this, I have to film Billionaire, and then I have to film my next video also. So all of my notes for this week were done at some point last week. So when I go to film Billionaire, I already have the titles and I already have the author. And if that is a book that I'm maybe not quite so familiar with, where I can't just look at the title and be like, okay, trope, vibe, characters, this is what I'm talking about. If I don't have that synopsis living in my head, then I go ahead and look that up and I just put a couple of sentences to remind me this is what this book is about. And all of that is done ahead of time. I don't do that the day that I'm filming, and I usually don't edit the day that I film either, because I film on Sundays and my first video goes up on Tuesdays. It's really easy to edit on Mondays. Thank you, loud obnoxious vehicle. It's really easy to edit on Mondays when I don't have to film and the video doesn't have to be up. So I usually edit and I try to do the descriptions, or at least have my links ready to go a different day. Now this has been not going great lately. There's been a ton of days where I am doing the last edit through and doing my description, and then always in my descriptions I've always had all the books listed out, and I think that is extremely helpful. I know I appreciate it when people do that. Since January 1st basically, I have been linking with Amazon affiliate links, and just for reference, I started literally like January 1st, December 30th, 31st, something like that. And I've got about $5 sitting there waiting for me. So it's been a long time, hasn't exactly paid off yet. Such is life. It's not really meant to pay off the next day, but still, if you were wondering, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Anyways, so I do the description, the links, and the thumbnail, and all the things. All of these things I find it to be incredibly helpful if I've done them ahead of time. Like I said, the last month or two, it's been happening the day of more often than not, and I don't love that. That does feel a little bit pressured and a little bit of, get it all done. So if I can do that ahead of time, so much better. Each and every video does take me probably a couple hours to prep for filming. The first edit through, the second edit through, so however long the video ends up being, you're looking at least 3 times that length basically, between my filming and my edits. And then you have saving the video, uploading the video, doing the thumbnail, doing the description, doing the links, and then remembering to put it public, writing it in my planner that I did it, yada 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 yada, putting it on Instagram in my stories. So it's quite the process, and I haven't gotten anything back for it except for enjoyment and friendship and books to be read. So that really is, at least for right now, the payoff, and is a lot of time. So there is that. So in March, I started doing lives. I kind of wanted to wait until I had 1,000 subscribers to do lives. It was just a thing in my head that you need X amount of subscribers in order to have a certain percentage of people to show up to your lives. So if you want 10 people, you need to have way more than that. So I didn't try to do any lives really before reaching 1,000 subscribers, and that worked out well. Somebody has shown up to all of my lives. Happy with that decision. Now in March, my husband bought me a laptop. He bought me a MacBook Air, and this I think is unnecessary. Probably not quite worth the amount of money spent on it. However, I love it. I love it so much. It's made doing lives significantly easier, and I'm not editing on it yet. I probably will, but I feel like there's going to be a learning curve, and right now I can just clickety on my phone, get it done right away. I don't have to wonder about anything, or It's just a very streamlined process. So right now I am still editing on my phone, but eventually I probably will do it on my laptop. But I love it. It's made links a million times easier. It's made lives way easier, and I just really love it. So 1 year into it, I still have not linked my Goodreads or Instagram or Twitter or put my booktube email in my descriptions. So, I mean, maybe don't follow my, what is that word? Example? Was I really looking for an example that whole time? Oh my god. It is time for a coffee. If you can't think of an example, it's time to drink some coffee. I've been talking for too long and now it's lukewarm. Story of my life. What am I supposed to do? I was talking about laptops? Nope, I was talking about linking socials. Still haven't done it. Can't say it's a great thing. I'm Year On Booktubes, all one words on Goodreads, and Year On Booktubes, 2 words on Instagram and Twitter, although I don't really tweet. I just kind of retweet things. So I imagine I'm a very boring person to follow over there. Another thing that I still haven't done that I really would like to do is categorizing all of my Goodreads lists by trope, and especially as I read them, because then so many times I can't remember who was Grumpy Sunshine, who was Forced Proximity, things like that. Even though I do remember the book, I don't remember every trope present in the book, if that makes sense. And so there are a lot of times where I'm just like searching and like, oh, this trash memory, what am I supposed to do here? And if I had just gone ahead and done that already, my life would be easier, but I have not. So again, do better than me if you want to. That would be solid life advice. So some things that I have tried to mention in other videos that I have discarded is I'm no longer doing such a detailed description. I've been taking a lot of the series names. I've taken all the description of the books out of the description. And so it's pretty much just the title, author, and the link. And then you have to have a disclaimer about your links if you have an affiliate link. Affiliate links, by the way, like they don't charge you. It's just a tip almost. Hey, this customer clicked your link, so you get like a 1% of what they spent, that type of thing. But your price as the customer doesn't change at all. But you do have to say that it's an affiliate link. So that's in my descriptions, but I've cut out a lot of the stuff, and that did save me so much time, especially on wrap-ups. Oh my god. The last wrap-up that I did with all of the things, the description took me hours, and I was just like, this is stupid. I'm not doing this anymore. So I stopped that. I also have not been listing all of my videos. Don't think it's a bad idea. I just haven't bothered to. Those are some things that I did start but have kind of dropped. So right now I'm 1 year into it. I have not reached monetization yet. I am a couple hundred watch time hours away from it, so I'll probably hit it either before May or definitely in May. So there's that. I haven't hit monetization yet to get my pennies. I have reached 1,000 subscribers. I'm really proud of that. As much as you don't control the subscribers or the views or the comments or any other person's side of your interaction, you do control your content. And so I have tried to do my best to have decent sound, decent lighting, a decent quality without putting money into it. I've tried to be interesting as much as possible, to edit out things where I'm like, all right, you're rambling, you're losing them. Just editing out as many pauses and as many things as I can to have a streamlined content, especially if I'm just off my game. All of my early videos I tried really hard to keep short. Now I don't worry about that so much. I do think they have enough viewership that people will still watch them. But at the same time, I try not to just waste people's time. If I said I was giving you billionaire romance recommendations, I try not to have like I never have like a 7-minute intro before you get the first recommendation. So I think that is something that is beneficial. So like I said, not only have I tried to control the quality a little bit without going crazy and like soundproofing my walls or any of the things that just is not applicable to my everyday life that just is not going to work for me, and it will cancel out my ability to do booktube by trying to make the quality go way up. But again, I have put out 157 videos in a year, and that was really controllable, and I tried to do ones that anybody with similar reading taste to me would want to watch. So not just wrap-ups, not just vlogs, not just here is the Heather show, but actually here is a specific searchable content that you can watch, and that has really worked well for me. So 1 year in, I'm very happy with where I'm at. I feel like this first year has really gone how I thought that it would and how I planned on it. I've gotten better, but I also have always kind of predicted that this is the way that it would go. So nothing really took me by surprise. I have made some great friends, and I have to say that they have made my booktube experience way more enjoyable. But also, I've never, some of them are going to trash talk me for this because they're like, you whine so much. No, listen. Okay, so I've never tried to go into anybody's comments or anything and being like, this person is going to be my friend. They're going to be my friend. They're going to be my mentor. They're going to care about me. Because one, you don't know what's going on in somebody's life, right? This might not be their time for them to be pouring into some random stranger on the internet. It just might not be. I comment and I react to Instagram stories and things like that of things that I'm genuinely interested in. Although I do try to comment on most of the videos I watch kind of regardless, but it doesn't always happen, right? Sometimes you're cleaning or whatever and you can't get over to do a comment. That happens. But I do try to comment on all the videos I watch. But regardless, I try not to be fake. If I don't really like somebody all that much, I don't really watch their stuff. I don't comment all the time and like, great video, girl, love you so much, and I actually can't stand them. I don't do that. So if you are starting out your booktube channel or are at the same place that I am, or just want to make more bookish friends, don't ever go into it with this one person needs to be my friend. I would just recommend reacting to things that you enjoy, and chances are that you will have enough conversations with enough different people that some of them will really hit it off with you. But you can't force anybody. And I'm really grateful for the friends that I've made. I'm grateful for the friends that I will make. If you want to reach out to me, feel free to. I enjoy talking about booktube. I enjoy talking about any book that I've ever read. So, you know, like, I don't ignore people. I answer you because I can, because of my size. And, you know, if someone doesn't answer you, don't hold that against them. But also, don't be afraid to react to people's stories or comment or any of the things, because chances are they want to talk about books. So, all right. Oh my God, I've talked so much. I have no idea how long I've been filming. Oh, it's only been 25 minutes. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I'm really happy. It's my booktube anniversary. Can't dance. It's fine. If you are thinking about starting a channel or have started a channel, I do hope that this helps, just so you can kind of know where you're at when you're into it. And obviously everybody's different. You know, don't compare your success. Sometimes you're going to have just hit 100 subscribers or not even, and you've been on for a year. Sometimes people are at 50,000 subscribers and they've been on for a month. You don't control that part. If you're enjoying it, that's kind of all that it is, because it's a hobby and it's for fun and it's just to talk about books. So thank you so much for watching. Do reach out if you feel like it. And yeah, I'm here, booktubes everywhere. So thank you. Bye.